Hello there, this is the LK95 right here, bringing you some Overwatch gameplay. I'm not gonna be very proud of this gameplay, but I got a 25 kill streak, being all little dwarfs. Yes, we did it at last. We did a one. Well, two of our teammates were random, but they cooperated with us and actually came like being dwarfs, and we actually won the game as well. They didn't get to the first point at all, so I hope you do enjoy this. But anyway. Let's talk about competitive. Competitive has finally came onto PC. It had a little trial run. Loads of people got a feel for it, and now we all know the actual rules of it. We know what's going on. Some of it still needs to be explained a bit more, but there will be more when it actually comes out for release, hopefully this week by the looks of it. Anyway, let's talk about competitive in this video. So, first, the seasons. How many seasons does it take to change? It takes 3 seasons before a new competitive thing actually changes, and it changes by the actual time in the real world. So, e.g., spring, summer, autumn, winter. So it changes every time they change, pretty much. So simple as that. You get different types of sprays for each player as well. Like every character gets different sprays. Every player that plays the game will get different sprays each time they play a match competitive, I'm pretty sure. Or it depends on certain ranks and how far you've gone up, and people get different ones. And if you actually reach a high enough rank to, let's say about in the top 500 people that play this game, you earn a really extremely rare spray, which is quite cool, but very hard at the same time because there's a really good players in this game. So yeah, that's kind of sucks in a way. But anyway. So when you get started, you will have to play 10 matches. This will decide your rank, where you will place, and then you could go from there and start adding rank points up your system. There will be 1 to 100 points, and 100 being the highest. You win games that will move you up the ranks, and then if you lose, you lose points. So, self-explanatory. At every start of the game, you will get displayed ranks on each team. So every character will have their rank, and they also have an average team rank above the whole team, saying what average team rank it is. Let's say if there is a large enough space between the ranks on the system, apparently this is quite, it hardly happens. I think it's actually, no, it's 50-50 this happens. And if you're on the underdog team, and I think it tells you if you're an underdog team or not, I'm not sure, but apparently if you're on the underdog team, and if you win that match, you will earn a lot of XP than normal rate. So if let's say you are the underdog team and you win your match, you get a lot more XP, a lot more ranks. And if you actually lose the game, you don't really lose that much as you would if you lose an actual game as normally. So that is quite a good feature to that they've added. Let's talk about the rounds here. The rounds, there are control rounds. So the control rounds go up to first to 5 wins, and payload actually has a stopwatch timer. So it kind of works different from actual payload mode itself. So in payload game mode, the stopwatch timer is pretty much all about distance. It's not really about time, it's all about mostly distance. Of course, you want to get to the end to make sure you guarantee yourself a victory in a way, but it's mostly about distance. You get a stopwatch timer, it's like when you do racing, it's like you have to get to a certain checkpoint before that time, and to add more time on, or otherwise your rank, well not your rank, your timer will die, and then that'll be it. And then once the teams switch over, that team has to beat that payload distance in the time they get given as well. And if they say both get to a certain if that team actually gets that payload distance that the other team got to, they win the game automatically. So there you go. But let's say they both get to the end, and then it will go into sudden death. And what sudden death is, the attacking team has to get to the first checkpoint in a certain time to win the game. So it's a bit interesting way of deciding the sudden death feature on that. Capture. This one is quite complicated mode, is what we're playing now. It's quite complicated. So I'm going to try to explain it the best I possibly can. I think it'll be more easier to explain once the game is actually released. How you see that I'm going ham right now. So capture, pretty much one team will have their time limit of getting onto the first, capture both points in their time, and then when the teams switch, they do the same thing. It's pretty much going for the fastest time, because what it does, right? Let's say a match lasts 10 minutes, okay? Match lasts 10 minutes each. So let's say you capture in, let's say 4 minutes. You will then have 6 minutes on the next round, and then on that next round, and it also depends on the amount of capture points you've got as well. Let's say you capture both points, then you get 2 points. If you capture one, you get 1 point, but then your time will decrease as you go further down. But yeah, but actually no, it's quite weird. I don't. So try to stay with me. But like your timer goes down. So let's say you do 4 minutes, you go down to 6 minutes, and then on the next one you have 6 minutes to capture both points, and then it keeps going down and down until one team is no longer able to do it again. So it's kind of more like a run down the timer kind of game on Control, which is quite interesting the way they've done it. But like I said, it's very hard to explain because it's not in front of me right now. I'm not playing on PC, so it's hard to explain what it is. So, enough about the gamers, let's talk about the golden weapons. The golden weapons are 300 points each, but you get to choose your own weapon in the end. But how many points you get per game, you ask? You get 1 point per game, but then you also ask, what 1 point game I have to play 300 games to actually get the weapon. Not technically true, well, it kind of is, but the way it actually works as well, if you, once the season ends, you get a shit ton of points depending on your performance on that season. And then I'm pretty sure how it works, it'll be like you get 1 weapon per season. So it is a bit of a weird concept how to do that. I think maybe add more points to the game per match. I don't know how it works. They are still tweaking it as we speak, and they will be tweaking it as soon as it goes live. But that's how it is for competitors so far. So I really did hope you enjoyed this flawless gameplay, as you see in there. Be sure to subscribe for more. Cannot wait for competitive come, and there'll be more coming soon. So until the next time, guys, it's the Alcano5, and take care and peace, people. Goodbye. Oh my god, that is so cheesy.
I'll kill when you cleared out this whole room.
How much armor is in there?
Yeah, we just have to drop an armor in there. There was unlimited.
Shotgun not talking.
No, he's not.